we have a contingent of people who train and race at Belterra in the summer and Turfway in the wintertime. And there's hundreds of the grooms and hot walkers and the people who live on the backside. If all of a sudden Turfway ceases to be, they will become homeless during the wintertime, because their home in the wintertime is a tack room at Turfway Park. In the summertime, it's a tack room at Belterra. That's exactly the extent of the small people here who will suffer greatly. As someone mentioned, the horses can move. A lot of the horses can move. A lot of people choose to stay here in Kentucky, but those people, they're left with nothing to do. Because many of the people, as they've stated, they'll go out of business. We're talking about small people who they don't have the wherewithal to travel to other states. They don't have the stock to travel to other states. And finally, with HHR, we've had an opportunity for those horsemen to make a living at this. It's terribly difficult. That's why it's so imperative for us on a lot of different levels to maintain our HHR revenue. And anyone who's been to Turfway, you can see that Churchill had grand plans to rebuild the whole structure, and not just that, they were going to redo the whole barn area. We have leaking tack rooms, we have a lot of problems on the backside. All that was going to be remedied by the revenue that they were going to see from HHR. As soon as the Supreme Court ruling came out, they stopped all plans on construction. So right now, the horsemen are dealing with the most difficult of situations, that there's no facility. The backside's still there, but the facility is gone. So, they come to race their horses, and they have nowhere to get out of the elements, and it's really difficult. But horsemen, being the resilient people that they are, they're dealing with it. But with Ellis Park's management just last week, in no uncertain terms, they're gone. Because we fund some of their purses through Kentucky Downs. Well, Kentucky Downs will cease to be, and Turfway Park, there will be no Turfway Park. I think it's a pretty good indication, when Churchill stopped all construction, that if this thing doesn't materialize and we get this thing resolved, Turfway will cease to be. These are not just idle threats by horsemen, these are real concerns, and it will happen. For people to understand that instead of casinos, as they mentioned, so many casinos or horse racing in so many states benefit from casinos. In Indiana is a perfect example. They have this large, beautiful casino. So here we had an opportunity. HHR is based on racing. It has a racing motif to it. So it was kind of like our vehicle to get finances and money rolling to our sport. And so it was very hard for them to understand what happened. We're not talking about gaming. We're talking about something that's close to racing, and it's worked well. And so I think that more than anything, it's just confusion, concern, obviously, about what happened here. It's tough when backside workers come to our office at Turfway, and they're wondering what happens to us. When all this happens, trainers can move their outfits, even though it would be difficult for some of them, or they just quit during the winter time, or quit completely. But what happens to all those people? They see the homeless people with the signs that say homeless, give me $1 or $2. They don't want to be like that. They want to work. They work 7 days a week, and they've been doing this for God knows how long. 7 days a week, they get up in the freezing cold to take care of horses that they love to do. But it's their job, and not only that, it's their home.